I remember two family cars from my childhood. My grandfather's tan Cadillac and my parents' white Vauxhall, which was totaled when I was still quite young and never replaced. Because money was tight, I always assumed that the Vauxhall was never replaced for financial reasons. Maybe, though, my mother's reasons were the same as mine, as unconsciously the same as mine. What I do know is that her return to driving like mine bought her a measure of independence she hadn't experienced since before my father crashed the Vauxhall. Or maybe, as it did for me, it bought her a measure of independence she'd never before let herself experience. Here's what I wrote in my Acts of Surrender memoir about my terror as I walked into that Toronto driver's ed class for the first time at age 39. The only face I now remember belonged to an East Indian woman, an immigrant who looked as terrified as I felt. I don't know why she was scared, but my deeper fear had nothing to do with cars. I feared for my life, for the life that lay ahead, and the life I would have to give up to live it. I feared the freedom I yearned for. I feared all the still unknown and unknowable ways my life would unfold because I was free to drive. That freedom to drive would play an unimaginably pivotal role in my life in the years ahead. And this is what I say in Stories and Reflections 11 and write in my book, The Book of Messages. Those areas of your life where you feel most self-conscious and insecure are the areas of your greatest strength and power. If I hadn't faced my fear at that first class on that May evening, and again at my first behind-the-wheel lesson a few weeks later, none of the cars that carried me to this moment could have been part of my life, and none of the journeys they carried me on could ever have taken place. In my novel The Moon Quest, the young protagonist is urged to embark on a quest, the Moon Quest, and he's terrified. Feel your fear, he's told, then pass through it to the other side where your destiny awaits. We can never know, not with a blinded sight of our conscious minds, where our true destiny lies, or what it'll take to get us there. All we can do is acknowledge our fears, find ways to pass through them, and not let conventional logic get in the way of our best and highest choices and decisions. That's just a taste of the full story. My story, but also yours.